hello everyone. Welcome back to our Workfield Online Lessons and thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you can see my screen and can hear me clearly. If you have any issues, cannot see my screen or you have any questions, just let me know at the chat box. Alright? So for today's lessons, I'm going to show you how to create a surfaces in Civil 3D. So before we started, let me just introduce myself. My name is Auni Umira. I am one of the application engineers for AEC collection at a CAD system in Driver Hut. Right? So let me go straight to the agenda for today's lesson. Sorry. Right. So today I'm going to start with the introduction. So what is surface in Civil 3D? And then next I'm going to show you how we creating the surface. So first from COGO point, which is you create a point and then you create a surface. Then from corridor, you create a surface from corridor, surface from grading, and then I'm going to show you how we edit the surface and labeling the surface. And lastly, I'm going to show you how we create a combined surface, which is a combination of surfaces in Civil 3D. All right. So first, I'm going to show you what is the surfaces in Civil 3D. So surfaces in Civil 3D are three-dimensional representation of land area that are used to model a topography accordingly to your present or a future condition. So basically, if you want to show the existing ground condition, you want to show the proposed condition, you can use the surfaces to show the contouring slope in your site area. Okay, so there are essential for many activities, so such as creating a profile, for creating a section, calculating a volume, showing a contour. So surface are essential for these activities, which is for profile, section, and contour. And usually, surfaces are constructed using grid or triangular irregular networks. So either you just use a grid line as your contouring line, or you want to create a thin surface for your EG, for your existing ground. All right. So these surfaces, which is a joint of points to create a 3D dimensional model. Okay. So surface can be created by COGO points from corridor and from grading. So the surface also can be edited and labeled accordingly to your specification. Right, so you can see this image. So more or less, we will create it like this kind of surface. So let me go straight to the Civil 3D. Civil 3D. So I already opened my Civil 3D here. All right. Okay. So first, I'm going to show you how we creating these surfaces from points. So I already have my point inserted here. So how you insert the point is just you can just insert by survey data. You have your own survey data. You go to point from file, then you insert here. Or you want to add it manually, you can go to home, point question 2, and then you can create your own point here. So this point will have X, Y, Z value. So the point need to have X, Y, Z value for you to create a surface. So basically, if you want to create a surface, you need your data need to have X, Y, Z value or northing, easting, elevation value. Okay, either these two, these two type of data. Okay, you need to have X, Y, Z. So if you didn't have X, Y, Z, the surface will not generating. Okay. So as for this surface, if you want to check, as for this point, if you want to check if this point has that 3 data, you just click on one of the points, you go to properties, all right? And then from here, I will just go to data, scroll down a bit, and then geometry, and then this is the data that you need in your point to create a surface. So I have the easting, northing, and elevation for each point here. So which means I can create surface from this point. Let's say you have created a point but you just use the AutoCAD point. So you cannot create a surface using AutoCAD point. You need to create surface using a COGO point or point that have elevation. Okay. So I already insert my point here. Now I want to create a surface according to this point. So to create a surface by point, you just simply go to the tool space. First, you need to create a surface first. Then you add the point inside the surface. So you go here at the surface under prospector, right click, and then there is a create surface. So I click on this create surface, and then from here, I'll just go, let me just move this down. Okay, so first thing you need to check here, the type of surface that you want to create. So here you can see type. If I click drop down here, I have two types of surface that I can create. So first is thin and grid surface, or you can create a volume surface. Okay, so thin and grid surface that as I mentioned before, there are two types of surface. So grid surface or triangular irregular network surface. So either these two, or you want to create a volume surface. Either you can choose the type of surface that you want in here. So I want to use thin surface. I want to create a thin surface from this point. So next is the properties for this surface. The first thing is the name for this surface. Let's say this is the existing ground. Right? So I just rename this surface as existing ground. And then here you can see I can choose the style for my surface, which is the contouring line, the type of surface that you want. So if I click this style, and then there will a box will pop up. So you just click on that one, this box will pop up, select a surface. So if I click on drop down here, I have few type of surface that Civil 3D already created, which is a contouring surface, a cut and fill, a triangular surface, elevation bending, slope bending, and so on. Okay, so either this style that you want, you can choose. So for example, I want a 1 meter, 5 meter background. So I choose that one and click OK. And then I click OK. So after you click OK, you will find under your surfaces, you just expand the surfaces option. There are existing ground surface. Okay. So how you add the point into the surface? To add that, you just click this. You expand the existing ground. You expand the definition. And then from here, you go to the point group. Okay. So you adding the point data into this surface by using this point group. So I right click on this point group, I click on add. So after I click on add, it will show me the list of point group that I have in my Civil 3D. So for now, I only have one. So I'm just going to use all point here. And then I click OK. So once I click OK, you can find that my point here are now changing to a surface. Okay, so if I go to 3D view, I have the surface showing like this. Okay, so all right, so that is how you create the surface from point. Okay, from COGO point. All right, let me just change to top. All right, so next is on how you creating the surface from corridor. Okay, to create surface from corridor, the workflow for surfaces in corridor, you need to add the setting while you generating the corridor. So let me show you. So I go to create design tab here. I go to I go to corridor drop down, and then I create a corridor. So this is the setting for you to create the corridor. So I'm just going to rename this corridor as road A, like that, corridor root A. And then from here, I'm just going to choose the alignment, the assembly, the profile that I already created. So I just click drop down. This is the alignment and propose profile. And then assembly, I'm going to use the assembly that I just created. And then this is the crucial part, which is you need to make sure this corridor are targeting a surface, either e.g., either proposed surface or any property surface that you want to create from this corridor. Okay, so you can see this target surface. So you cannot left this target surface none. Okay, you need to make sure it has target surface. So then you can create a surface. All right. So I click on OK and then click OK, rebuild corridor. And then that is my corridor. All right. So I have my corridor there and that is targeting to the surface. So now I can create a surface from this corridor. Okay, one more thing that you need to do is you need to make sure your assembly have this cut and slope or the daylight sub-assembly. Okay, if your assembly didn't have this daylight sub-assembly, you might don't have this surface like this. Okay, the target surface. So you need to make sure you have that two things. First, you need to make sure the corridor are targeting to the surface. Next one, you need to make sure your assembly have daylight, the cut and the volume calculation here. All right. So now after you creating the corridor and then you target the corridor to surface. So the surface here still I only have one. I didn't have the corridor surface yet because I didn't create it. Just now I just add this target surface for this corridor. So now I want to create this surface from this corridor. To do that, you just click on the corridor. Alright. And then you go to the modify corridor column here. Okay, you can see from here there is option for you to add or create the corridor surfaces. Okay, so I just click on that one and then it will pop up the box, this box. Okay, a contour surface corridor route A. Okay. Right, so from here, I'm just going to add the corridor surface by using this button, create a corridor surface. So I click on that one, and then it will pop up this first corridor surface, and then I need to add data to this surface, to this corridor surface, which is the data that you want in your surface. So for example, for my case, I just go to data type here, and I will use link, and then the specified code for this surface to this corridor to create a surface is you need to choose the specific code for the corridor. So this specified code is according to your assembly tool. It's a link to your assembly. All right. So I'm going to use a datum as my corridor data, surface data. Okay, I just click on add, and then I add my datum there. Okay, so you can have multiple data if you want in your contouring or in your surface. Okay, you want daylight, you want slope, you want curve, so it's up to you. Right? So next one, after you do the setting for the surface, you need to do the setting for the boundary. Okay, so each surface has boundary, right? So this is the setting for the boundary. All right, so usually if you have created a surface, it will show you the corridor surface route A here. So what you need to do is you need to add the boundary to this surface. So to add the boundary, you just right click, and then usually I just use this corridor extend as outer boundary, which is any last item in my corridor will be my outer boundary. Okay, so if let's say I have slope in my corridor, I have the last features in the corridor is the slope. So it will use that slope as my outer boundary, the last line. All right. If you want to add automatically, you can choose the data that you want as your boundary for your surface. So I'm just going to use this corridor extend as outer boundary. So this will be my boundary. And then I click on OK. Rebuild corridor. Alright, and then once you click on rebuild corridor, you will find that under your surface, you will have this corridor root A surface. You can see the icon there, it's different. So this is just a corridor, just a surface from COGO point that I just created. And then this is the surface from the corridor. You can see the icon are different. Okay, so if let's say I escape here, you can see my corridor have surface right now. Okay, this is the surface. Okay, so that's how you creating the surface from a corridor. So next one, I want to show you how we create the surface for grading. So to do that, I'm just going to open my one more drawing here. Okay, use this one. Okay, so basically it's same concept as corridor. You need to make sure the workflow for create a surface while you set this setting for the grading. Like corridor, if I want to create a surface for the corridor, while I create a setting for the corridor, I need to make sure it targeting to the surface. So same goes to grading. So while you do the setting for the grading, you need to make sure you add the surface for the grading. Okay, let me show you on that one. So, first thing, I just draw my grading here. This is the side, the area for my grading. So I need to change this line to feature line first. So I go to the create design here, go to feature line, create feature line from object, and then I select on this object, and then click on enter keys in the keyboard. So this is the setting for the feature line. So it will be under site number 1, the feature line name, the style for this feature line. And all right. And then I want to make sure the conversion option. I want to erase the existing entities, and then I want to assign my elevation. Okay. So I click on OK. So now I can assign my elevation for this grading. Okay, for this grading. So the elevation for this grading around 400 moment. 455, okay, meter. Okay, sorry, I use elevation and then I click OK. Right. So now the light are changing to a feature line. Then I can create the grading. So to create the grading, I just go to create design here. And then I go to grading drop down. Right. And then from here, I'm just going to choose the grading creation tool. Okay. So I choose this grading creation tools. And then this box will pop up. Okay. So the setting that you need to do is in this one, in this set the grading group. So while you set the grading group, you need to make sure this grading group are attaching to the surface. So to do that, so here, so I already have my grading group 1 here. Let me just create a grading group for you to show you the start. So I'm just going to create a new grading group here. And then from here, as you can see, I have this setting. So grading group number 2, okay. And then here, I need to check on this automatic surface creation. So if you didn't check on that one, your grading will not have surface. So you need to make sure this automatic surface creation are on, and then you can add the setting for the surface for the grading. So if you didn't have, if you didn't choose this one, your grading will not have surface. All right. So this time for my surface, I'm going to use 1 meter 5 meter design, and then the tessellation spacing is 10 meter. Tessellation angle is 3 degrees, and then I need to check on this volume-based surface. So my surface have volume-based surface. Let's say I want to create a volume surface, so I can use this one, volume-based surface. Right, so it will be connected to the EG surface. Right, and then just click OK. And then after you click OK, it will pop up this create surface box. Okay, if you click OK and then this box not pop up, so you might make a mistake. All right, so you need to make sure after you click OK, this create surface pop up. Then you do it correctly. Okay, so this is grading group number 2, yes, and then the style will be 1 meter 5 meter design. Okay, and then I click OK. So now this grading will be under grading group number 2, which I already creating the setting, which I will set the setting to create the surface automatically. So I click OK. And now I'm just going to use grade to surface. Alright, and then to add the grading here, I'm going to use this one, create grading. Click on this, create grading, and then select on the feature line. So after you select on the feature line, it will ask you to select the grading side. So either you want it grading to inside of your space or outside to your space. So I want to make a slope from this grading. So I'll select the outer side of this grading. And then I want to apply this grading to entire length, yes. And then the cut format will be slope, so 2 to 1, all right. And then the slope format will be, the fill format will be slope, and then the ratio will be 2 to 1. All right, as you can see, it will add the surface accordingly to my setting just now. Okay, you can see. All right, let's say I want to add the infill, so I just go to this drop down and then create infill, add there. So let me just rotate for you to show you the grading has surface. See? So this is the grading, and then this is the surface that I created from the grading. All right, so that one you need to make sure. While you do the setting for the grading, you need to make sure the automatic surface creation are on. Then you have the surface. All right, then if you want to check, you just go to surface, and then you will have this grading group number 2. All right, so that is how you creating surface from grading. Let me just close on this one. All right, next one, I'll show you how to edit and labeling the surface, which is you want to edit. Maybe you want only a few parts of your surface are shown, or you want to hide the few area, and then you want to know the elevation for the surface. So here I'll show you. All right. So first, let me show you how to add a break line, which is, let's say you have an additional line in your. All right, a moment, can you hear me? Because I have notification that my internet is not stable. Okay. A moment. Hello? Okay, hopefully that you can hear me, because I have a notification that my internet is not stable. Okay, all right. So I will continue. So from here, let's say I already creating the area here. Oh, sorry, I want to add the break line first. Okay, break line is a feature in surface in Civil 3D, which is you want to add the contouring line in your existing contouring. Let's say you create one more line, and then you want to make sure that line connecting to the existing surface. Okay, to do that, let me just create one line here. Like that, right? Okay, so this line, I want to make sure it's add in my surface. So right now, the line are not adding to my surface. It's just a simple line, AutoCAD line. So I want to add this line to my contouring line. Okay, so first thing, you need to make sure this line has Z value. Right. So I just go to the properties here for the line and then elevation. So it has exact value 160. So let me change it to 160, 460. So let me change it to like 450, right? Okay, so this line already has elevation. Then you can add the line in your surface contour. So to add that, you just go to the surface, expand the surface that you want to add the line. You want to add this line to the surface. So which surface that you want to add the line, and then expand the definition. So under definition, you will find this break line. Okay, so I click on break line and add. So it will show me the setting for the break line. So first the description for the line. So I just going to name this one as additional line. Additional line. And then the type of this line is standard. So either you want to change this line to wall line, it is a non-destructive line. So you can just choose the type here. And then from that setting, you need to add the wedding factor. So if you want to add it, it's okay. You just uncheck the box there. And then you add the supplementing factor. All right, it's 1,000, this 100 meter distance. Then the mid ordinate for this distance is 1 meter. So I just click OK. Then once you click OK, it will automatically add the line because I selected the line just now. All right. So you can see the contouring line are now linked to the new line that I add. Okay, let me show you the difference. Moment. Okay, just now, okay, this surface didn't add the line as it didn't link with the line yet. So to link with the line, you just go to red line, add, okay, this one, add this, additional, okay, and then click OK, then add the line, and then enter. So now it will add the line to the surface. It will link the line into the surface too. All right. So next one, let's say you have a specific area you do want to show the contouring. Let's say I draw the triangle, the rectangle here. So let's say I didn't want to show the contouring in this side, in this area. So to do that, I'm going to use boundary. On top of break line, we have the boundary. So I right click on the boundaries, click on add, and then I can rename this as empty space, empty, okay. All right. And then from there, I need to choose the type for the space, for the boundary. So if I click on this drop down type, I have few type of boundaries that I can use. So either you want to hide this area or you want to show the area. Okay, so let's say I want to hide. I click on hide and then I click OK. So after I click OK, it will ask me to select the object or the area that you sketch. So I just select on this one and then click enter. So once you click enter, you can see this area are now empty. It didn't have any contouring line. Okay, so that is how you add the boundary. Okay, so you can add few type of boundary, you can add few type of break line, those there is no limit. Okay, right. So after that, that is how to edit the surface. You want to add the line to the surface. You want to hide specific area in the surface, like that one. All right. So let's say you want to label the surface. You want to show the slope. You want to show the elevation. So to do that, you just select on the surface, and then we have this label, add label. So from here, if I click drop down, I have slope, I have spot elevation, I have contour, a single, multiple, and so on. So let me show you a few of these features. So let's say I want to know the slope. Okay, I just click on the slope here. Then it would ask me either I want 1 point slope or 2 point slope. So maybe I show you 1 point first. Okay, so I click on this area, this point. So 1 point. So once I click, it will automatically show me the slope there. So slope here are a negative 5.5 to 1 by 1, like that. So let's say I add one more slope, 2 point. So 2 point, which means you show the direction of the slope. So this 1 point automatically you just randomly show this direction from this side to this side. Okay, let's say I want it reverse. So I click on this side to this side. So the arrow you can see is changing to this point to this point. So that is different between 1 point and 2 point, right? And then that is how you add the slope level. Next, maybe I want to add the spot elevation. I want to know the elevation for the specific point. So I click on spot elevation. Maybe I want to know this point here. So I click. So the spot elevation for point that I selected just now is 449 meters. Okay, so the spot elevation you can click wherever you want. That is the spot elevation. Alright, and then I have contouring label. So let's say I want to contour multiple. So contour multiple is you add the contouring label along the line. Okay, so I click on this contour multiple. Maybe I want to know here. Okay, I click on this point to this point. You can see it will automatically add the elevation along the line. You can see that. So each line has the label. Okay, so this one elevation one by one. You just randomly pick the point and then it will show you the elevation. This type of label it will add along the contouring line. Okay, it will parallelly follow the contouring line. Okay. All right. So next one, last agenda for today's lesson, I will show you how to combine all of these surface. Okay, so currently all of these surfaces are not combined. So let me show you sample a moment. This one. Okay. Right. So this is example of a combined surface, which is you can see the surface are combined. Let me just change to realistic here. Okay, you can see I can see the root there, the slope. And if I zoom into the grading, I see the grading, cut and fill and so on. Okay, so if it didn't combine, it will look like this. Let me just okay. Then I change the view area to realistic. Okay, you can see the surface are now layer with each other. It's on top with each other. You didn't see the final surface of your surface area. You can see I didn't clearly see the corridor, the grading, and so on. Okay, so to create like this kind of surface view, find like a final surface, so you need to create a combined surface. So to create a combined surface, let me just change this view to top and then change it back to 2D. Right, first you need to create a surface for the combined surface. So right click, create surface, and then this is a clean surface. Okay, it's same as you create a surface before, but this one I want to combine all of the surface into one surface. All right. This is a combined surface. Sorry, surface, and that will be 2 meters. All right, okay with that, and then click OK. So now after you create a combined surface, you go to the combined surface option. You expand the definition, and then you go to edit. you right click on the edit, and then you need to paste surface here. Okay, you click on the paste surface, and then you paste the surface one by one like that. Okay, let me just use this one because I didn't create a surface for the corridor just now. Okay. Sorry, a moment. Just let me just create a quick surface for the corridor. A moment. Okay. Boundary, right click, and okay. Right. So I just creating the surface. Right. So I go back to the combine surface, destination, edit, right click, and then paste surface. So now I have the corridor surface. Okay, so you need to paste the surface one by one to make sure it's not to make sure it show the surface combination surface of grading, the corridor. If you like multiple select like this, it might be wrong. It might show the grading on top, the corridor on the bottom like that. I don't want that. So you need to like paste the surface one by one. So the bottom surface, the corridor, the grading like that one by one. Okay, so first I'm just going to paste the EG surface, the base surface here. Click OK. And then right click again, paste surface. So maybe this one, the corridor surface. Right click again, paste surface CTC, grading surface like that. So now that you can see, you will see that this combined surface will combine all of the surface that I just created. Okay, so now from there, I'm just going to hide the other surface. So right now, if I just go to the 3D view, okay, change the to realistic. Okay, I still cannot see the combination surface because I have the other surface showing. So I need to hide the other surface. So let me just hide the other surface. So go to the corridor surface here. I go to the surface properties, change the surface style. Sorry, change the surface style to no display. Like I hide the surface. Okay, click OK. And then next one, the grading group surface. No display. Okay, okay. And then last one for the EG surface. It's okay. You can change everything to no display because you have the combination surface. So the surface will still be there, right? So once I hide all the surface and then I left with the combined surface, so now you can see the surface here. If I go to 3D view like this, I will have the final look. Okay, you can see the slope there. You can see the grading now. Okay, where you need to cut, where you need to add the fill, like that. So this is the combination or a combined surface. All right. So I think that's all for today's lesson. Any question you want to ask me before I end our lesson today? Okay, hopefully that my video are okay because I keep on keep on getting the notification that the Wi-Fi here is not really good. The internet are not really good. All right. So I believe there is no question. So I'm just going to bring you a quick view on our website. Okay. So CAD system. Okay. So if you're interested to join our next Piranha lessons or you want to rewatch today's Piranha lesson, so you just go to our cadsystem.com, you scroll down, and then you'll find these latest Autodesk free online courses and lessons. If you're interested, you just click on the picture there, and then you click on going. So if you want to rewatch today's Piranha lessons or our previous Piranha lesson, you just go to our YouTube channel. So from here, you go to the live option, and then you will see that we already uploaded the previous free online lessons if you want to rewatch it. Okay, you can explore it. All right. So I think that's all for today. Thank you everyone for joining our free online lesson today.